Ray Colbert is 74 years old and has been fishing the same lakes outside Monroe, Louisiana for 50 consecutive years. He has never had a bad day on low-pressure water, not once. He has fished through every kind of front for 5 decades. I know because I asked him directly, and he said he has never understood why other anglers stop fishing when a cold front moves through. He said low-pressure mornings are exactly when he does best. He said most anglers make a fundamental mistake on those mornings. They assume that because fish are not feeding, the fish cannot be caught. Feeding and responding are two different biological states. A fish that has stopped feeding because of barometric pressure, it has not stopped being a predator in any meaningful sense. It has just suspended one of the two mechanisms that makes it catchable. The other mechanism, the predatory reflex, is still fully operational. And that is, the mechanism copper wire is specifically designed to reach. I saw it for myself on a Tuesday morning after a front had settled in. The barometric pressure was sitting at 29.64, dead water. The kind of morning that sends most anglers back to the truck. 2 guys near me had $100 electronic lures with vibration systems. I had a solid rig with premium soft plastics on 2 rods. We had 4 fish between the 3 of us after 90 minutes. Ray had 13 largemouth in that same 90 minutes. He never changed his spot, never changed his presentation, and never once reached into a tackle box that had any product I recognized from any store I had ever walked into. Before each cast, he picked up a short length of something thin and silver, wrapped it around his hook shank in about 5 seconds, and cast into the same dead water the rest of us were fishing. I moved down the bank to see what he was wrapping. It was bare copper wire from a hardware store spool, not a copper lure, not a copper-colored soft plastic, not a copper spray. A piece of bare copper wire from a hardware store spool that costs about 5 cents per hook wrap at any electrical supply section. He said he had been doing it on low-pressure mornings for 30 years after a guide on the Ouachita told him why deadwater days are actually the best conditions of all to use copper wire. When barometric pressure drops below 29.80 inHg, largemouth and catfish reduce feeding activity by up to 68%. That data comes from researchers at the University of Georgia, at the Warnell School of Forestry and Natural Resources, who studied the relationship between pressure events and feeding behavior across 12 freshwater environments over several seasons. 68% reduction means most presentations simply do not register. The fish are physically present. The sonar finds them. But the pressure event has shifted their priority away from feeding, and no soft plastic or electronic lure can override that state. There is exactly one exception to that behavioral pattern. The 0.3 volt galvanic field that bare copper generates in fresh water produces an electrical signal in the surrounding water that the lateral line of freshwater species reads as a baitfish in distress, not as food in the normal sense of a feeding trigger. A hardwired predatory trigger that bypasses the feeding state entirely. The fish that stopped feeding because of low pressure is not making a choice to respond to the copper signal. The predatory response fires without any voluntary input. It fires before the fish has processed whether it is hungry. This is why Ray catches fish on mornings that clear out everyone else. Ray is not triggering a conventional feeding response. He is triggering a predatory reflex that operates independently of whether the fish is currently in a feeding state. If you have been following the copper wire series on this channel, the 0.3 volt number is not new information. What is new is the specific application and the timing. Copper wire is most effective exactly when everything else stops working. Low-pressure mornings are not inherently bad fishing days. They are days when the correct tool becomes the only tool. Before getting into the exact preparation Ray uses, anglers who consistently catch fish in low-pressure conditions understand both the galvanic signal and the barometric window. That makes the copper galvanic signal most effective. Module 2 covers the barometric pressure thresholds with specific numbers. Module 4 covers reading water structure to find where fish hold when pressure events force them to hold deeper in the water. Together, they are available inside the angler's vault. Scan the QR code in the top left corner of your screen, or click the first link waiting in the description below. Stay here because the preparation Ray uses takes under a minute and it works on every species holding in the water. Here's exactly what Ray uses and how he prepares it. 18 to 22 gauge bare copper wire from the electrical section of any hardware store. Nothing else. No product, no additive, no spray. The wire on a full spool costs under $2 and lasts an entire season. Before each cast, Ray takes a short length of wire, about 6 to 8 inches, and wraps it around the hook shank, with firm, even tension, covering 60 to 70% of the shank. He sands the wire lightly with fine grit sandpaper before the first wrap to remove the thin oxidation layer that forms during storage. That step takes about 10 seconds and doubles the effective field output. When the hook enters the water, the copper begins generating the 0.3 volt galvanic field immediately. The lateral line of any fish within range detects that field at approximately 11 milliseconds from first contact. That is faster than the fish processes the visual appearance of the bait. The predatory reflex fires before the sensory evaluation completes. On a normal feeding day, that advantage is significant. On a low-pressure day when the feeding state has been suppressed, it is the difference between 13 fish and no fish at all. This is the specific reason why the electronic lure market, which surpassed $300 million in 2024, has never been able to solve the low-pressure problem. Electronic lures create vibration and visual stimulus. Both of those signals are processed through the same feeding evaluation that low-pressure conditions have already disrupted. The galvanic field bypasses that evaluation entirely because it does not reach the fish through the feeding pathway. It reaches the fish through the lateral line predatory pathway, which operates fully independently of barometric feeding state. Berkeley and the electronic lure manufacturers make excellent products. They work reliably well on normal feeding pressure days. On low-pressure mornings, they are presenting stimuli to a system that has temporarily stopped responding to those stimuli. Copper wire presents to a system that has not stopped responding. That single distinction accounts for the entire performance gap. Ray also keeps a second application detail that he learned. After about 5 years of consistent use in the field, he reapplies the wrap on any hook after 2 sessions of use. Copper that has been in water oxidizes between sessions, and the oxidized surface reduces the galvanic output noticeably. Fresh wire on the hook takes about 30 seconds to prepare. The cost difference between used wire and fresh wire is under 1 cent. Anglers who complain that copper wire stopped working after the first few trips are almost always describing the oxidation problem, not a failure of the underlying copper wire method. The method does not fail. The maintenance gets skipped. The commercial lure industry has spent decades developing products that solve the problem of catching fish on normal feeding days. Those products are genuinely effective in the conditions they target. What no commercial product addresses is the low-pressure feeding disruption, because the solution to that problem costs 5 cents, and the hardware store does not pay for fishing content. Berkeley and the electronic lure manufacturers have no version of copper wire in their product lines because there's no version of copper wire that generates a margin worth building a distribution network around. The information stays inside the community of anglers who fish often enough to discover what works when nothing in a tackle shop is performing. Ray Colbert discovered it from a guide on the Ouachita in his 40s. He has used it on every low-pressure morning for 30 years. 13 fish on a Deadwater Tuesday is not an accident. It is 30 years of knowing what to put on the hook when the barometric number tells every other angler to stay home. For catfish specifically on low-pressure mornings, Ray adds a natural bait to the copper-wrapped hook rather than a lure. The galvanic field combined with the organic chemical profile of natural bait creates 2 simultaneous sensory triggers. The copper fires the predatory reflex, and the organic chemistry provides the feeding confirmation that closes the strike. Catfish respond to this combination on low-pressure mornings with strike rates that Ray said he had never replicated with any other setup, across 50 years of fishing those Louisiana lake systems. What has been your experience with copper wire on slow days? Have you tried it on a morning when nothing else was working? Or is this the first time you're hearing about the low-pressure application? Drop it in the comments below and tell me what water you fish. If this gives you a reason to go back out on the mornings, you would normally write off as an unproductive morning, so this reaches anglers who are still sitting home on low-pressure days. Module 2 covers the barometric pressure thresholds in detail, including exactly when to go out and when the window is passed. Module 4 covers reading the water structure that holds fish during pressure events, so you know precisely where to cast the copper. Scan the QR code in the top left corner of your screen, or click the first link waiting in the description below. The complete system is waiting for you inside the angler's vault.